Oakland. This place is worse than San Francisco. Guys, if you feel like San Francisco is like the worst place in the Bay Area, you gotta head over towards Oakland, guys. This is a whole different vibe. And even the Google Street View looks pretty terrifying, all things considered. So Oakland's office vacancy rates are literally some of the highest, not just in North America, but in the entire world. And it's actually like the highest vacancy rate in all of America. I mean, just go to downtown Oakland, right? The Google Street View car pretty much shows you on January 2023, look at how vacant this is. This is supposed to be their downtown area. Vacant stores there, vacant stores over there, and these stores are pretty much closed as well. You got a closed store here just filled with graffiti, and if you look at the streets, it looks pretty empty. It's a pretty terrifying place to live. Empty storefronts right there, empty storefronts right there. This is a truly dying city. Don't ever go to downtown Oakland. And by the way, the rest of Oakland isn't that great either. I mean, I guess, North Oakland, like over there towards University of California, Berkeley, it's okay, but it's also experiencing a lot of heightened crime. So overall, this is not a place to go to. So many companies are leaving, guys. Oakland used to be not great. It's always really been pretty bad. But nowadays, it's so bad, and people are not putting up with this crap. Okay, companies and CEOs and startups, they're done. Since the Bay Area's prestige and also office rentals are all going down, why in the world will these guys ever stay here? And plus, with the rise of remote work and the normalization of remote work, it's actually causing a lot of these companies who were forced to be in Oakland because they couldn't pay that high San Francisco rent to leave. Now, the only crazy person that moved into Oakland was Pfizer, which they have some pretty big balls to do that. But right now, Oakland's core business district hits 35.7% vacancies in the second quarter, but it's more like 70 to 80% vacancies due to the foot traffic, because if you actually look at some of these units that are rented out, they're completely empty. The tenants and the business owners have already moved their businesses out to like Las Vegas or Miami. They're pretty much renting both offices, and they're trying to sublease the Oakland office to lose less money, but nobody wants it. So give quarter three a shot. When quarter three rolls around at the end of fall, it's probably going to be like 43%. I guarantee it's like 43%, and by next year summer, it's probably going to be like 65, 70%. Oakland's core business district is basically empty. Okay, if you just look at some of the videos and the 4K cams, it's actually freaky because this is supposed to be a place where a lot of tech startups are going to be. I know Oakland's not the best place and it doesn't exactly scream tech, but their business district used to be okay with a decent amount of tech bros and finance bros walking around. And obviously with San Francisco taking such a big hit, Oakland is getting even worse with a lot of the California cities literally dumping their homeless population in Oakland. Oakland is famous for lines and lines of camps and RVs and also trucks. And the homeless situation in Oakland is crazy. Look at some of the videos of Oakland. Basically looks like a third world country. Guys, you see this entire blue skyscraper here? It looks really nice, right? But it's basically empty. Nobody wants to buy it. Nobody wants to lease it because the moment you buy something like this, you're stuck with insane HOAs, insane maintenance, and crazy high property tax. If they're selling this for like $30 million, don't even buy it, right? You can't find a single tenant. And that's the scary part. When nobody wants to buy it, it's really going to be bankrupting the city. And if you look at this, Oakland is so bad. Hines is now thinking, maybe we shouldn't build this 39-story Oakland tower. So this is a Houston-based construction company, and it's disclosed that it will be selling its site to other people, right? And it's selling its site of the largest project in San Francisco and halted the largest office project in downtown Oakland, because 39 stories is pretty tall in Oakland standards. It's going to be East Bay's tallest tower. Guys, they're not stupid. They're not going to make a massive 39-story tower, which is office-based, when vacancies are like, almost 40%? It's more like 50, 60% right now because of a lot of units are still being leased. The streets of Oakland is not great. Oakland basically look like this every single day. Sure, this may look kind of fun, but it's basically one of the worst things to do in a city. That's actually crazy, right? You got like streetcar takeovers, all this kind of stuff. You also have pretty much Oakland residents, they're pretty mad about that. Even Oakland's NAACP is calling for more cops on the streets. There's just constant robberies all the time. And even a CNN reporter in the Bay Area got robbed 2 times while reporting about Oakland crime. And this is another one in Oakland, just pretty much people robbing cars, and car thefts are absolutely crazy. And if you look at this is going to be Oakland, right? This basically looks like some war-torn third world country. You're trying to get tech companies to move back. Not a single tech company would ever move back. I mean, this is crazy, like just smash and grabs everywhere. Nobody's safe in Oakland. And you also have all sorts of different things. It's crazy, man. You got like massive fires. This is not a place to raise a company. And I think Hines is starting to know that. And thankfully, they saved a lot of money and headache to pretty much cancel this project. Usually when projects like these get like the green light, it's very rare. It's very rare to get a green light on a tower for any city. So if they got the green light and they refuse to build it, it means something is up. Now, if they take this 39-story tower to Miami or to Las Vegas or even to like freaking Manhattan, they could at least get some pretty amazing sales. But in San Francisco, you're probably getting no sales and you're probably going to get hammered pretty bad. And look at this, 1440 Broadway in Oakland just went back to its lender. It's this building right here, looks pretty nice. It's a very nice building. I assume it's storefronts and also apartments or offices on the top, but probably maybe offices / apartments. I'm not really sure. But essentially, they lost so much money in this building, they just gave it back to its lender. Like, they can't even find a person to sell to. They just pretty much foreclosed, like, you can have it back. So what's going on is this building, let's say they probably paid like $50 million. Now it's only worth like 15 to 20 million. The amount of mortgage they have is like 2 to 3 times the amount the building's actually worth. And by the way, nobody wants to buy the building, so it's kind of hard to calculate how much it's going to sell. So it's just going to give it back to the lender. They're like, you could just have this building back. We don't want it. We default on our loan. And this situation is happening even in San Francisco, right? We also have the San Francisco Westfield Mall. They defaulted on this massive loan of like $558 million. Park Hotels and Resorts defaulted on 2 hotels combined together 3,000 rooms. It was a $700 to $800 million loan. They default on that. They don't want it anymore. This is why Oakland companies are fleeing. When it basically looks like GTA 5 every single day, this is probably not the city to be in. I mean, all sorts of different things. I mean, what kind of city do you just see a messed up boat on the middle of the sidewalk? Only Oakland, guys. Everything's broken. Nothing's ever going to get fixed. And it's just going to get worse and worse from here. And like I said before, when the big corporations leave, the city really doesn't have any more money to support all the crazy shenanigans that the city is doing. The cops need to get paid. 911 staff needs to get paid. Cleaning the streets, they need to get paid. But if the city's broke, who's paying for that, right? So the Bay Area and basically San Francisco will probably be running on a budget deficit of $1.5 billion in the next 2 years. And they're going to have, for the first time, borrow enormous amounts of money from the central government just to keep this place afloat. Guys, if your city's literally going bankrupt to this level when it used to be flourishing, it's probably time to leave. And this is why so many companies are leaving. So many companies are fleeing this area for greener pastures everywhere. Guys, there's so many better places to be. Why be in the Bay Area when you could be in places like Miami, Tampa, Las Vegas? So many better areas. Just follow where the big tech companies are going and just follow where the rich people are going and you're good.